It's really, really early this morning. About to leave my in-laws ranch here and head about 45 minutes north to my lease in Atoka County. Gonna do a little pre-scouting for turkeys. It's April 15th. Tomorrow is opening day of turkey season. And while I'm there scouting, I'm going to do a little pig hunting also. I've had a couple good boars coming in, a big sounder coming in on a feeder that I haven't hunted in a long time. So going to head up north here pretty soon and get in the stand. I'll meet back up with you when I get in there, but it is early. I haven't done one of these morning hunts in a long time and I'm struggling. So going to get up there and hopefully get something shot and get on the ground. Man, that worked out almost exactly like I'd hoped. I've had a couple big boars coming in and he was by far the biggest. But here lately they've only been hitting in the mornings. So I got up this morning. As you can see, I'm wearing my glasses. That way I was able to outsmart him. But in reality, allergies are kicking my ass right now. So I've had to wear glasses instead of contacts. But that boar came in. He gave me a great shot. Shot him at 20 yards. He kind of milled around in the mud there. The feeder hasn't even gone off yet, so he was milling around the mud. He got out. For those of you that watched the video that I entitled The Hunt for Squilly Nelson, this is the exact same feeder. This is what we call the Pig Nasty, and we named it that because it's just a nasty mud hole under there now. But if you go back and watch that video, I just posted it, but it was actually from 2 years ago. This was just a piece of flat dirt, and those pigs over the last couple years have wallowed that whole thing out. But the feeder hasn't gone off yet, so I'm just going to continue to sit. I've had other pigs coming in, and I'll sit here for about another hour or so, and hopefully more pigs come in and I get more shots at them. But I absolutely drilled that pig at 20 yards, double lung. I didn't hear him crash, but I saw which way he went, so I'm going to give it about another hour, and then I'll get down, head that way. We'll pick up some blood and hopefully find this pig. That pig was standing right about here. Oh, there's my arrow. Awesome. Looks like the Cuttthroat held up. great blood on the whole thing. So hopefully I've got a really good blood trail. I'm just going to leave that arrow there. See if we can pick up on some blood here. Not seeing anything just yet. Well, I shot this pig at about 6:45. It's now 10:45. And as you guys seen earlier, I found my broadhead. The only thing bad about these 2-blade broadheads like this is they don't really leave a lot of blood. I found the pig, had to shed some clothing because it's hotter than hell out here right now. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and track him up that way and kind of show you how far he went. I bet you he made it 250, 300 yards or so. So a lot further than what I'd hoped. This is where I started blood trailing earlier. I flagged, as you can see, one of the last spots that I found of blood, and it was just pin drops. I mean, you really couldn't get much read out of it. However, there's a lot of trails through here, and so we figured he followed one of these trails. Keith is out here helping me, and him and I split up and just started grid searching because there just wasn't a lot of blood to go on. And we actually got towards the creek and we heard a lot of buzzards flying up. They were already on him within a couple hours. So we knew when we heard the buzzards that he was probably close by. Sure enough, they were already on him. But just to give you an idea how far he went, you can see the second flag here coming up on it where I flagged and found blood. Right before we heard the buzzards too, I just stumbled upon this spot and I noticed this blood right here. So I knew he went this way. I can also see where the grass has been disturbed, so I can tell which way he ran. Go around this big tree here. Right about here is when we heard the buzzards flying up from him, so we knew he was close. There he is laying there. Oh man. So he made it a pretty good ways. There's the entrance. Got some pretty good cutters on him. Like I said, he's one of the bigger boars we've got out here, if not the biggest. The broadhead came out right here. You can see right below his pit where the buzzards have already been pecking away at him. Pretty crazy they were on him that quick. Anyway, I'm gonna get his butt loaded up and get him back to the truck. Just want to show you guys what these pigs have done under this feeder. Let me see that board real quick. Look at this sloppy mess. You can kind of see how deep that is. I mean, it's at least a foot deep right here of just muck. And that's what these pigs get in. So we're gonna try to take this feeder now that it's somewhat empty and move it probably about 10 feet towards the stand. And then let this harden up and kind of go back to normal, and we can kind of move it back and forth because they're just gonna wallow it out over here too, but at least we can get it moved so we can hunt it. All right, we got the feeder moved. From here is going to be about an 18-yard shot to the front of the feeder and about a 22-yard shot to the back. So, should be a lot easier. But just glad to have that done finally. Okay, well, It's been a long time since I've done a morning hunt like this. Matter of fact, I don't even remember the last time I did a morning hunt, but it called for it this morning. These bigger boars have been mainly nocturnal, but over the last couple days, they've been showing up in the daylight early in the morning. So this morning I got up, I got in the stand before daylight. This guy came in at 6:45, just like he had been over the previous couple days, and gave me a good broadside shot. I was able to run it through double lung. I was shooting that heavier arrow that actually blew through pretty easily. I'm shooting that big 200 grain single bevel broadhead, that big Cuttthroat. I've sharpened it to a razor's edge. Matter of fact, when I recovered the arrow, it was still really sharp. However, it just did not give me the blood trails. You know, that's the 4th pig I have shot with that broadhead, and each one of them has gone a lot further than I had hoped. And I don't think any of them have given me a really good solid blood trail. So I don't really like that broadhead. I want to maybe move over to some other stuff. I've got some 200 grain iron wheels that I may try just to entertain the heavier arrow setup guys. But all in all, I really don't like shooting it. I get better performance, better penetration, or as good a penetration, and a lot better blood trails out of my lighter arrow setup running the Bloodsport Gravediggers. But hey, all in all, it was a great day. Thank you guys for following along. Those of you that subscribe, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. If you liked the video, be sure to hit that like button. Be sure to share it. And as always, you guys will see me again here real soon on my next hunt.